Don't hate. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Black Lion Live. I'm Shan Ferdinand here with Carrie Ferdinand.
Hey, don't forget old Leon.
And Leon Noir. We got Carrie, Karima. It's the K's. It's the K's and the Y's. Karima.
Good morning, y'all.
And Royce on the ones and twos.
Yo, never fine.
Blum, 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 blum. We are here talking about real estate, business, Hampton Roads, and everything in between. So let's get into it.
All right, first off.
Yeah, I'm taking selfies.
We got this man, Carrie, over here taking selfies.
Facts.
Now, it is 9:06. Guys, if you leave down in the comments, do you think Roy should pay $20?
Absolutely.
I said the comments, not does Carrie think I should pay $20? Okay?
You explain to him why?
Because I'm supposed to start at 9, but it's 9:06.
That's not the whole story. They need background.
They do. They really do. Would it work in my favor if they got background?
What was the agreement?
So, because we typically don't start on time, the agreement was whoever is late has to come up with $20 so that we fund this beautiful podcast room. But more especially, to incentivize people to show up on time.
Yeah.
Royce's job
It's the start.
is to start on time because
At what
we
time?
know that his setup is supposed to be the longest part of this, right? But his job is to hit record on time, if not
what time
early.
Is that?
At 0900 hours,
right.
9 a.m. for you civilians. Nasty civilians.
Hey, guys. This will happen when you get
I'm one of them now, too.
Yeah, you're a civilian. Rima's finna be a civilian.
Yes. Just
So
a couple
lucky.
more hours.
We're finna be a little Civ.
Like
We're finna be a
72?
little Civ. You know what I'm saying?
Last time in that uniform, huh?
Yes.
Shan just showed me a picture this morning of me getting my flag. I never seen that picture.
Cause you'll never find. Anyways, let's get that wellness check going on. How's everybody's weekend? Do I keep saying it wrong?
I mean, we're in the middle of the week, but the weekend was amazing. I don't even remember the weekend.
I don't remember what happened this weekend.
That means it was a good weekend if you don't remember it.
Oh, I went to walk the trail. Did that.
I don't remember.
You did a lot of homework.
Homework.
Hey, y'all. Carrie is a NSU student.
He's a Spartan.
Behold the green and the gold.
The green and the gold. She's an NSU Spartan.
Hey, listen, still shout out to Howard University in Maryland. I just got to shout them out.
My question is how? You're not even enrolled there.
Facts, but it's still home.
Okay. Wellness check.
Hoorah. Anyways, Rima.
Didn't really do much. I started reading my book. I ordered a book last year, February of 2022, and I just got it.
What book?
It's called Butterfly 5. I think this is the 5th one.
Is that one of those raunchy books?
Butterfly.
Yes. It's a hood book. Okay?
Butterfly.
The author, her name is Ashley Internet, and
Ashley
her-
Internet.
Antoinette.
Oh, okay.
and-
I apologize, Ashley, if you ever see this.
Her and her husband make these books, and they're just amazing at them. They're from
Her
Flint,
and her husband. Oh,
They're
that's
from-
relationship goals.
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just had
How
a
is
movie
it?
come out. He just had a movie come out on it was on Apple, and now it's on Tubi.
What's the name of it? If it's on Tubi, it has to be
Tubi is
good.
hilarious. I'm sorry.
Everything is both.
I gotta watch it.
Everything is
It's
both.
really good. It's called Everything is Both.
If it's on Tubi, it has to be awesome.
Yeah.
I came in here the other day and Royce was watching a Tubi video.
I was not watching the Tubi movie.
I don't know what happened, but the little boy squeezed this dude's head, and it was supposed to be white slime, but he looked at his hands, it was green slime. I was like, that's what's up, special effects, baby.
Yeah,
Oxidation.
them Tubi effects do be something to mess with, man. I ain't go out, man. You know, they say Tubi pays a lot when you upload a movie. I'm like, go ahead and get me one up there. They see the ass and
Y'all should watch the TikTokers that do like the Tubi, like, you know, spinoffs or whatever. Hilarious. I guess
Listen, to this day, the best worst movie I ever seen was that Tyler Perry joint with my man with the wig.
No, the best worst movie that I saw was the one with you, with the little. It was supposed to be a horror story.
Hey, listen. So shout out to my man Hambrick, right? Because we used to have this competition when we were downrange to see who could find the worst movie ever. And I want to say there was a movie out there with Teddy Roosevelt. That's the president that was in the wheelchair, right?
I think so.
Right. So Teddy Roosevelt was a vampire hunter, and he was around there screaming "Thug Life" in his wheelchair. So listen, shout out to Hambrick, best worst movies ever.
Teddy Roosevelt was in the movie.
Huh?
He was an actor.
Who?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Don't ever do that again. Don't do that.
anyways, sidebar. You know, let's go ahead and get into that breakdown, right? Let's go get into that little breakdown.
Oh,
yeah, Shan, give me that breakdown, Shan.
Okay, so today we have current events by Carrie,
hey,
small business highlight by Royce,
Yeah.
meet the brands by Carrie and myself, or myself and Carrie, the real estate highlights by none other.
The real estate nerd.
TikTok blind review hosted by Miss Karima.
That's me.
And then we got Q&A hosted by Royce.
and then we gonna wrap that up, B.
We answer the questions that you want answered.
Hey, that's it. So let's go and hop into that first joint, that current events hosted by Carrie.
All right, what's happening? So we're gonna talk about just a couple things, but we're gonna start off with Idalia, right? Am I saying that right? Idalia, Hurricane Idalia, affecting Florida and the northern east coast, the northern region. So it touched down 7:45 this morning. Big Bend, Florida, Category 3. If you're watching this, or if you go to the comments, the description below,
Yeah, little description.
you'll see the link provided, so you can see what the different categories are. So
Hold on, why they down there? Make sure you turn the like and subscribe.
yes, make sure you like and subscribe. Well, let's go back, right? So Idalia touchdown, Category 3, Big Bend, Florida, the region of Big Bend, Florida at 7:45, moving up the northern seaboard. So they're expected to have power outages and all that other good stuff for a good couple days or so. So hearts and prayers go out. Expect some kind of relief effort coming soon. I know the Red Cross and all those organizations are already tapped in, but
What's the most severe category?
5.
5, that's what I thought. This is 3, so.
Right. No, three's still bad enough because
Yes.
So here's the thing about the hurricane. Even with a Category 3, you're expecting stuff like shingles, trees falling, that sort of thing. But the after effect of the hurricane, or an effect of the hurricane, is the flooding as well.
Yeah.
So the initial effect, high winds. I think winds are up to 50, 60 miles per hour, pulling off shingles and all the other good stuff. Then you got some flooding and that sort of thing. So hopefully everybody evacuated that was supposed to evacuate, and those who are there, they're telling them stay in place, that sort of thing, and don't try and risk it. So hearts goes out to them, hearts, prayers. And again, if you have anybody in Florida all the way up through Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, make sure you check on them, make sure everybody's all right. And side note, this is a time to make sure you check on your elderly, because typically they don't evacuate because they just don't have the means and resources. So make sure you're giving your loved ones a call.
All right, cool, man. Cool.
So real quick, also how you help is make sure you help with water, like water and other dry goods, to the relief.
Non-perishable foods.
Yeah, non-perishable foods. All right. So moving on. Hey, shout out Hampton University. They don't get shout outs from me because, they're Hampton. But shout out to Hampton University. We have a professor, Dr. O'Shan Gadsden. I just had to pause on the O'Shan.
Yeah, because we right think you're talking about.
Yeah, everybody
Shane.
thinks I'm talking about Shane over here, but
Yeah.
Shan over here, right?
Thank you.
But shout out, right? So this gentleman, doctor type, chair of Hampton University Psychology Department, he is really advocating for AI, which I believe is good because I think, again, I talked about Generation X and older generations kind of being in the way sometimes. He is advocating for AI, saying that there's possibilities to help people learn and break through in learning. And I think that's great. Instead of banishing or pushing technologies aside, figure out a way to embrace it and move forward because it's going to happen.
Right.
So the article talks about, especially here in the Hampton Roads area, the 757, where there are some schools that have completely decided not to use any AI in the school, where school districts, Hampton School District, more especially K through 12, are figuring out ways, monitoring ways that they could use AI. And they talk about GPT and all the other good stuff, giving different ways to teach.
Pretty cool.
And help people learn. I thought that was really interesting because I know for me, I use ChatGPT for an idea, or if I have a blockage or something, I just pause. I use
a brain fart.
a brain fart or a fog. I might go in there and ask it for an outline, or just ideas on a topic, to stimulate my mind and then course correct me into a proper direction, especially when I'm writing. So shout out to the professors and all those people that don't want to hold people back by not wanting to use technology, because y'all remember there was a certain time in the world where the greatest advancement was pen and paper, right? Writing on that first papaya leaf, right? So that was the greatest technology. That was Twitter back then.
I'm always curious about AI as to why. So Chat GPT, was released, and then all of this other AI stuff followed suit. I'm just wondering why it took for Elon Musk to release, AI for everybody else to follow suit.
I don't think I think Elon Musk is just a popular face behind everything. I don't think that, I know for a fact Elon Musk wasn't the driving force, because with all this not Chat GPT, but all this AI coming out, it's been there. We're just now making it more relevant.
Gotcha.
I feel like the general public's at least 10 years behind any given movement, because they've been working with AI as long as they've been working with robotics. So if you look at like Google and that sort of thing, that could be considered some type of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, they already kind of had it, because Google Siri, Siri, she always, hey Siri, gave you the answer, on a smaller level. But I think now they're going.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody kind of getting a hold of it,
I feel like what's cool is sci-fi thinks it, or say somebody brings up and they're big headed, and somebody actually brings it to life, right? So we are living in the days of Star Trek, Star Wars, and all that other good stuff. So that sort of stuff is pretty cool.
I agree.
Okay, let's get into that man Steve.
Okay,
What that man Steve talking about? I see you got a little ticker talk up here, man.
Yeah, man. So first and foremost, shout out to Steve and Marjorie Harvey, being married 16 years. Don't know why y'all take advice from them, but shout out to them for staying together 16 years. Quick joke. Apparently Marjorie or the rumor has been that Marjorie has been cheating on Steve with Big Bill.
Whoa.
Security guard.
Now I'm gonna tell you now,
Bill.
I'm never ever gonna have a security guard around me named Big Bill close to my wife.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
That ain't happening. Big Bill close to my wife is a problem, because he's clearly a problem, right? Reports came out that Marjorie wanted 400 million.
Yeah.
400 million of Steve's money, assets, and she wanted what was it, 2 of the kids?
Yeah, but they're grown, so I didn't understand that part.
So is it fake news? Apparently it is. Apparently it's fake news. We linked the TikTok up here where Steve says, "Hey, I'm fine." You gonna let that play?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I've always loved black people. I've always loved my people. Y'all belong to me, and I belong Find something else to do. And we find. I sure wish I could cut.
What I'm worried about is why that bro laughing so hard in the back, and why can I hear him so?
Hey, it was funny.
You know what I'm saying? Why can I hear him so, so distinctly? But, him and, like them Harveys, man, because, Lori Harvey was with Michael B. But she left him.
But she found her another
I mean,
what's its name?
Damson
Something.
Idris.
Yeah.
Damson Idris.
Just they seem to be
Listen, I can't keep up with Laura.
Lori.
Yeah, that I can't keep up with
She's
her.
been with what's
Everybody.
His name?
That
No.
nigga said everybody.
What's his name, Royce?
Damson Idris from
Yeah, she's been with him for a hot minute now.
what's his name?
She was with
No, she wasn't with him that long.
Diddy for a hot minute.
No,
Diddy.
that was short lived.
Oh, so she was with Diddy.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, okay.
I believe she
was with Michael B for a minute.
about a year.
Michael B met the man.
Now, listen, I'm gonna say this. So in my research, I like to be thorough. I ran across a video where Michael B got a little salty, like there was a little hate running through his veins.
I got a question though. Why is it an issue that she's dating around? No, nobody talks about it when men do it.
Because men don't do it.
Yes,
Black
they do.
men find
P.
one woman, and they stick to it.
Oh, get out of here!
P. Diddy got one woman every 10 years.
No, he does not. Why is Lori not allowed to date around to find the person for her?
I mean,
there's a lot of people for her apparently.
No,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
she just figured out that the people who she was dating aren't for her, and there's nothing wrong with that.
they Michael B.
Anyway,
All I'm saying is men, black men especially, they find one woman and they stay with that woman for it's like seahorses.
That nigga said-
After dating,
Oh.
20, right?
He said seahorse.
After 20, they find the one and stay with that woman.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Carrie. Move on.
Emotional damage.
Anyways,
All right, so listen. So I wanted to, the Steve Harvey thing, even though it's fake news, I wanted to bring it up because it's an interesting topic. So this month we're talking about negotiation and all that other good stuff. That's been the theme for Black Lion for the month of August, right? So in this is a good time to talk about divorcees and this, that, and third, because this has been a hot topic, especially this month when we talk about negotiations. So quick question for you, Shan. Somebody's, you find a couple getting divorced, either male, female, one spouse or the other says, I'm going to kick this B out of the house. What's your advice?
To talk to an attorney.
What else?
I don't get
Bro, don't do it.
I tell them to talk to an attorney.
Don't do it, right? So before you do any of that stuff, pull the reins back, sit down, and think logically about it. Because just as easy as you got into it, it's going to be, it's not going to be that easy to get out. Because those assets are things that you have together, especially if you were married when you purchased the asset. That's a problem. You can't say that, oh, it's just in my name and I pay the bills, so him, her,
They got to go.
they got to go. No, nope, it doesn't work like that. And God forbid if you just bought the house, right? So if you just bought the house, you got somebody's name on the house, or if you gave them a key, or you're married, there's a lot that goes into it. So when we talk about negotiation, and for your real estate agents, if somebody approaches you and said that they're going through a divorce and there's somebody else on the house and they're married, just understand that you're just not dealing with the person that you're talking to. You're dealing with the other spouse. So that's a conversation for the three of y'all, which is difficult because the chances of husband, wife, or the spouses coming together may not happen because they may not trust you to represent the other one, so they have to pick you collectively.
Right.
So for more information on how to figure out or solve your divorce issues, contact one of the Black Lion agents. We've seen a little bit of everything and gone through a little bit of everything. So definitely, if you're going through divorce, you're thinking about going through
Call
divorce,
Carrie.
Separation, one of those things,
I'm
feel
not
free
an expert.
to call myself, or any of the other Black Lion agents, especially. And we got you, because it might just be a matter of conversation.
Carrie's a great mediator.
I try. Appreciate that. So, any conversation, any questions on the whole Steve Harvey thing? Because
No, if it 400 million, if he had to come out of pocket with that, I'm glad it's fake, because that's a lot of money.
well, listen, back in the day, remember it was Johnny Carson. He came up with half. I think Eddie got hit for half. Eddie Murphy. Who else out there? There's a lot of people that through divorce. Recently, what was it? Dre had to, Dr. Dre had to come out of.
I don't think it was half, but it was quite.
It was a good.
Well, she wanted X amount of dollars, but I don't think the court awarded her what she wanted. She wanted a lot.
So I'm not here to say what's fair, not fair. I just think that some of these numbers could be ridiculous, especially for the amount of time and work that the other side put in, male or female, because we've seen what's the female actor? Her husband hit her for about half too.
Holly Berry?
No, I can't remember. Did Holly get hit with that?
No, I think she's going through a divorce, but I don't know. Was it Mary J? Mary J had some.
I don't know.
I thought Mary had to pay some spousal
Listen, I'm just
support.
gonna say this: if you're young and you're listening to this, and you are on the journey of wealth, one piece of advice I'll always give you is make sure you pick your partner correctly, whether it's your
Absolutely.
business partner, your love partner, your mate, your life mate, whatever it is. Pick all your partners
Not even
with
on
intention.
A journey, just being on a journey of wealth. Just, if you anything, if you haven't consider having kids, you get married, buying a house, just pick that person.
And young brothers, when we talk about kids, wrap that bad boy up, because let me tell y'all, child support for 18 years. So you got to think, if you start having sex at 18, get somebody pregnant at 18, child support don't stop till 36. That's the majority of your work. And when you're supposed to be building wealth and you putting high amounts of work into it, that's a long time.
Excuse me.
18 years is a long time. So
Yeah.
gentlemen, wrap it up. Ladies, be careful.
And I'm not going to get on my soapbox. But go ahead. I was about to hop on a soapbox.
Well, let's go.
I was just going to say, pick that man very wisely. We have the power to pick the person, to choose the person we have children by. And, I'm guilty, had my kid at 17, but a lot of women, they think that they are powerless when it comes to who we choose our children by. And that's absolutely so far from the truth. The truth is we do have the power. We can choose not to have sex with this person. We need to look at this person's life, their character, their family, their finances before we even decide to lay down with the person. We absolutely have the power to choose who we have children by. So
Listen, you must have dropped the gem, because Rima back there with the tears.
Just at me next time, Shannon. Okay.
Listen, I'm talking from experience. So we do have the power. I've been called the pick me Isha for saying that, but we do have that power. So
Ladies and gentlemen, be careful of who your mate is, because they will be with you and in your pocket and in your dreams and in your life for a minimum of 18 years. Minimum 18 years. All right. So if it's not somebody that you see yourself building with,
if you can't look at that person and be like, if my child turned out like, I would be proud to have a child like that person, run.
well, wait a minute.
Run.
That's kind of hard. I know we're off subject here, but that's kind of hard, right? Because
It's a needed subject.
you're right. So let's say you at 17, right? Let's take you at 17. You don't know the trajectory of what that man was going to be in high school and beyond.
Absolutely. But there are certain telltale signs, right? If you're disrespecting your mother, if you're disrespecting your elders, if you don't want to work, even at 17, if there are certain things that you don't want to do, there are telltale signs that kind of tell you what direction that person might go in. If it doesn't look like they're going in the direction that, looks good to you, then run. I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, you know. So I just think there's signs.
Prima, you want to jump in on any of this?
I be doing the opposite. I be beating people up. I be in their pockets for child support. So I'm just the wrong person. I'm the wrong person to be. Okay.
Beat people up.
I'm going to get mine. Okay.
Not her talking about beating people up.
That was not the sentiments of Black Line Realty or 212. That was an individual statement.
That was an opinion of Karima
Shannon's more
Benjamin.
mature. She's, you know, more seasoned. See me, I'm just going.
She said she be beating people up. Listen, I was there. I understand.
Now, I will say the other side to that, though, is men, we do have to be responsible, and we should be accountable for our actions. If we did it, I think there's a shift nowadays, because the part about black men not being good fathers or being in the kids' lives, I feel like that's not as true as it used to be. I feel like
true. I don't even think it was true then. I just think that they highlighted
propaganda.
Yeah.
It's hard that we fall for that. But there are some deadbeats out there.
There's some also deadbeat mothers. So,
and just coming from the opposite side of that, there are men out there that really try and want to be there, but that woman, that special woman, is just in the way. And she doesn't want to allow those men to cultivate those relationships because they think it's hurting the man. And because it didn't work out between you and I got to hold that against you.
Yeah. And ladies, don't get mad when I say this, but separate your emotions from the relationship that your child has with his or her father. You put your feelings to the side and you allow your child to be in that or let that father be in that child's life. It will ultimately hurt you in the long run, especially if that's a good father who wants to be in a child's life. It'll hurt you in the long run to not allow that. And I've seen it happen so many times because as women, we're very emotional. And sometimes we think with our emotions as opposed to our head. Put the emotions to the side, think logically, and let that kid see their daddy.
Let him see the pappy.
And real quick, when you say a good father, you don't determine a good father because the child wants to see the father regardless. So Don't you be the one to determine because he didn't show up with the McDonald's bag for all your kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's a bad father. He's providing what he can when he can.
Well, he bought them shorts from Walmart. My baby ain't wearing those.
Yeah, facts, right? Where'd you buy this stuff from? He bought it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen
stuff
it.
like that. Or I bought that child seat, so because I bought that child seat, you can't use that child seat. That's crazy. Now, flip side, fellas, if you are in a situation, I'm a big advocate for men, but if you put yourself in a situation and you not coming to the plate and you not manning up, shame on you.
That's
that
part.
That's all. And I'm gonna speak on this one. Men, where's the camera? This one? All right, this one. Men.
Raise the hat up, man. Can't see your eyes, man. Let them know.
They understand what is about to happen.
No, they don't.
Men, don't say that you come and see the kids and think you're gonna slide. All right. All right. Are we done? Are we done with this topic?
Yeah, we finished.
All right.
Let's get into that next joint.
All right, small business highlights. So we're going to talk about one of my favorites. We've gotten some catering from them. We've gotten some holiday vittles from them. One of my personal favorites is up there.
Yorktown?
Off of George Washington Highway. I think there's another one in Hampton, but I've never been to that one, so I'm going to speak on the one on George Washington Parkway. Listen, County Grill is freaking amazing. If you like barbecue, if you like the what is their cornbread, because whatever is in it, it's like heaven. Small bites of heaven.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Them ribs, man.
Listen, I have not had anything bad from them. and I purposely stay away from them because listen, you're gonna be big coming about it. There's some calories you're gonna put on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you go there, you always see people happy, and you definitely see people that do not stick to a treadmill program.
Wow.
So
crazy.
yeah, no, listen, the food is amazing. I don't know about the prices because I don't check the prices when I go there, but the food is definitely amazing. So if you're in the area, if you're in Yorktown, Newport News area, and you have a moment, definitely going over to County Grill. Amazing. The staff is amazing. I've never had a bad experience. Now I'm gonna tell you, being a us and you walk in there, you kind of concerned for a hot second. Right, everybody in the room shaking their head, right?
Yeah.
But it's all love when you get in there. The food is amazing. The waitresses are amazing. We've had a couple hiccups with our bigger orders. The managers come out very professional, and they solve for yes. Absolute great business. County Grill, shout out to County Grill.
And listen, we were working on this slide while we were eating at County Grill, and it was so good that we forgot to take the Mission Barbecue sign off. It was just that good. So you know, it was delicious. I'm telling you. So.
Yeah, man. But definitely they talk about the food, but definitely the aesthetic too, because like they definitely like you walk in, man, it's just like it hits you in the face. It's kind of it gives Texas Roadhouse, you know, but on a deeper level, they're more intimate with you than Texas Roadhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
They definitely give you that that good country loving. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's it's a little on a heavier on the Caucasian side, but you know at the end of the day, it tastes like your mama made it. You know,
it's really good. I was intimidated. I'm not gonna lie, I was intimidated going there the first couple of times.
Why?
Because it didn't look like the crowd was diverse.
Right.
It didn't look like
very.
Right, but
No issues.
when I got in there, I mean, like I said, the love, the vibe, everything was on point. The only reason why I went in there the first time is I was working on Fort Eustis. Some of the older gentlemen that I work with, they was like, "Come on, let's try this," and I went in there. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious food. First time I went, I was working at the shipyard and we had a lunch, and actually they always took us to County Grill, but I mean barbecue chicken
And the sauces, right?
Yes. The chicken
This was like
falls
six
off
different
the
barbecue sauces.
Yeah.
So I want to say it's right up there. Now listen, for those of you in Texas, I apologize, but it's right up there with you guys. I know we out here in Virginia, but that Texas style barbecue is definitely amazing.
Yeah, definitely them cooks right there. Definitely they imported them from Texas.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from, but they doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Imported.
Good stuff.
Foreign.
Prima, you been? Cause you real sight.
I've never been.
We going.
Wow.
Yeah, we gonna have to take you.
Yeah.
Wow. You
Get
know
a
what?
quarter chicken, some ribs.
You know what? That's very disappointing. I'm disappointed in you for not going.
Never even heard of it. What? You've been disappointed in me.
You ever been to Royal Farms down here?
Where?
You ever been to Royal Farms?
No.
Don't talk about Royal Farms.
No, I mean it's across the street from that.
Oh.
Oh, you know, but
Because I hear people talk about how good their chicken is, and it's mediocre.
Listen,
It's not right.
you do not talk about Royal Farms.
Why?
now they JoJo's good. Now they don't call them JoJo's, but that's what it is.
Listen, when I was a young man coming up with some twos and fews in my pocket,
Whoa.
Royal Farms
And
was there for
Dodgers.
me. Well, Dodgers was here for me. Y'all see I pointed, right? Dodgers right next door. Dodgers was here for me when I was a little private over 20-something years ago. So for y'all that don't know, our paychecks as a private was probably like $480 every 2 weeks. So Dodgers was
That's
amazing.
crazy.
What? In the forces?
Yeah.
No way, Jose.
My check was $960 a month.
You can't even live. Well, I guess they like give you house and everything, right?
Yeah, I mean we had houses, man, but
You can eat. I mean, you went to the cafeteria or something, right?
yeah, we had our little defect, our dining facility, but
I know y'all be having-
I was thinking about $960 a month. Ooh,
That's nothing.
It was
this
nothing
day
back
and
then.
age?
Listen, so people talk about with inflation. No, it was nothing back then too.
I mean, not too long ago, just a couple years ago, I was only getting paid $800 and something
Really?
month
per paycheck.
Per paycheck.
Yeah, that was when I was a private.
Yeah, that was per check though.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
I'm
the
saying,
first
like,
and the 15th,
Yeah.
480.
What I'm saying is like that was like 4 years ago, you know?
Mm.
I'm saying in this economy, I was only getting paid $800 for
And that's
paycheck.
still not really, that's something, but
I thought I was balling.
And then you gotta figure I wasn't getting any housing allowance, so there was no money on top of that. Rent, because I got married as a PFC. Rent back then was, I stayed over there in Kiln Creek for about I think it was $800 a month, $850 a month. Then you throw the washer and dryer in there, it's $900 a month. Then you gotta pay for the extra parking space. It was like $920.
All your money.
Listen, dual household. Hope.
eating rice, 98
Ice
sandwiches, beans and biscuits.
Listen, but you gotta remember when you're young, you don't survive off of food. You survive off of what you gonna do next. See, Royce is laughing because he's there.
Yeah, man.
What I'm gonna do next? You might go to sleep dreaming about food. Anyway, what's the next topic?
Next topic, man. We got that man. What? We got that man. Bozer. Moving crazy out here in these streets.
So congratulations to Gary on another closing. Gary B came in yesterday, closed on his house. He's out here rocking and rolling along with the rest of the team. But we just wanted to give a quick shout out to Gary.
Hey, listen, if y'all ever get an opportunity to sit down with Gary is a ton of fun. Gary will keep you laughing, but at the same time he's keeping you laughing. He's telling you some real ish at the same time. Gary's the only person I know can sit down, look you in your eyes, tell you how bad you are, make it funny at the same time, and move out like nothing happened. But he does it with love and grace.
Yep.
Hey, y'all. The Wolverine out here doing, man. Hugh Jackman out here making moves, bro. I'm telling you.
Boy, stop.
Now, leave it in the comments. Does Gary Bozer look like Hugh Jackman? Gary, this ain't like, no offense. Hugh Jackman's pretty cool, Hugh Jackman, like, he played in a couple cool movies.
I don't think so.
Bro.
Gary gives me senator vibes right now, like he's running for something in that picture. That's what he looks like. He's like he should be the governor or governor of Virginia.
He's over there going against what's it?
No, Gary's awesome, man.
Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine.
Put him up there, man. We shot an up close camera. Come on, man. Y'all not seeing it?
Hold on, let me Google Wolverine. Hold
And
up.
y'all not seeing it? Wait. Acting out.
Wolverine. Let's see.
Yes.
Now listen, I think if you look at Gary with his beard,
Maybe with the beard.
Yeah, right there he's giving Glenn Youngkin. He's
definitely giving vote for me vibes.
He's giving I'm gonna go kiss some hands, shake some babies.
Maybe with the beard.
I said that
Maybe
backwards.
with the beard. And if he combed his hair, like, yeah.
Gary, if you're watching this video, I will give you a bonus if you come to our holiday celebration looking like Hugh Jackman.
No, if you come like Wolverine, bro.
Looking like Wolverine. Yeah.
If you come looking like Wolverine, man.
Not the latest Wolverine, like the first Wolverine movie.
Not Logan.
Yeah, I don't need to see him as Logan. I don't need to see Logan vibes.
Logan, bro. If you come as Wolverine, I'll let you choose my next haircut, man. Cause last time we talked about my hair. I'm let me choose my next haircut, man.
All right. So what we got next?
Anyways, next up, we got that real estate highlight hosted by Miss Shanisha Ferdinand.
So the theme for the month is negotiation. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about how to better negotiate when you're either on the buying side or the seller side, or tactics that your agent may use to help you negotiate. And so if you're on the buying side and you're considering buying a house, don't let your agent just throw out a number as far as how much, to offer. Ask them to run a CMA. A CMA will give them an idea of whether that house is priced correctly. Because sometimes, I mean, listing agents, you know, sometimes they just
Overinflate.
Yeah, they overinflate, or you know, they don't push back with their clients. The clients want to get all this money, they want to make X amount of dollars on the house, and the house is not priced correctly. So make sure that your agent runs a CMA to give you an idea of where that house should be priced. When you're writing your contract, talk with your agent about other terms, because it's not always the price that will get the deal done. Sometimes sellers looking for a sooner close date. Sometimes they want to close within 30 days. Sometimes they want to close 60 days away and rent the house back from you. A lower cap. Talk with your agent about what a cap is. You can negotiate that. Talk about your inspection contingencies. I never recommend that you waive an inspection, but there are ways around, you know, not necessarily asking for repairs. You want the inspection because you want an idea of what's going on with the house, but you can agree not to ask for repairs if the inspection is sufficient. And if you're on the seller side and you're considering selling your house, ask your local real estate agent for a home valuation. They should give it to you for free, and it'll give you an idea of where you should price your house at. If you should even put your house on the market, because you may owe more on the house than what you can get for it. So these are just some ways that you can negotiate better deals. Get yourself in a house that's priced right, that you won't regret. You have any input?
Yeah, just jumping in real quick. So when we're on the part where we're talking about consider other terms, one thing that I know is coming up recently, and a lot of people are talking about it, it's a good plan, is when you ask for closing costs, don't apply your closing costs to actual closing costs. Take the money that you're asking for. So if you're closing 3%, if you're able to get $9,000 from the seller, see if you could apply that to your rate and lower your rate to buy your rate down, which is absolutely possible. Something else that I thought was pretty unique recently. Somebody said that they wanted to do an inspection for informational purposes only. Great, congratulations. But then they turned around and said, all right, you could do it for informational purposes only. However, if you come to me with any terms, this, that, and the third, I keep your EMD. Now, remember, everything in real estate is negotiable, and that negotiation went off without a hitch. So
that's a great idea.
There's nothing wrong with being creative nowadays. So
that's good
just
stuff.
pay attention. And I learned these things from my agents. They come in here and tell me what's going on in the field. So these are great ideas. Definitely sit down and talk about all your options. Learn to be creative, because your seller and or buyer, they have different motivations. It's a matter of getting to the motivation, understand what the motivation is, and just getting into the closing table. Don't fight about what's right or wrong. Figure out how both parties can get to the closing table on time.
Absolutely. And make sure your agent is not afraid to negotiate on your behalf and will advocate for you. And, you know, just don't take no. Don't take no for an
So real
answer.
quick on that, when we talk about negotiation, right, and making sure your agent advocates for you, if me as the seller says, hey, I want to sell my house for $100,000 more than what it is, I think sometimes agents don't know what to do in that moment. I would tell you that there are a couple ways around it, right? Explain to them, show them the numbers, and set their expectations. After you set their expectations, if they decide, hey, I still want to list the house like that, I give you two options. I don't believe in letting the listing go or firing your clients. Like, I don't think that's the go-to, but that may be an option, because you don't want to tie your name or your reputation to a house that can't be sold, because to the rest of the field you look like you don't know your job, because you allowed that inflated price to hit the market. The other thing you could do is say, hey, you know what, here's what we'll do. We'll try it your way for X amount of days. If it doesn't work your way, let's go back and try it my way, because we're going to have a come to Jesus meeting. You want to sell the house, I want to sell the house for you, I want to do the best job for you. Can we work this out? And if you can't find a middle ground, it might be smart to walk.
Absolutely. And sometimes, you know, as an agent, you do have to say no to some deals and some transactions and some clients. So,
And flip side, if your agent doesn't want to be helpful, if they don't want to find a middle ground and negotiate or show you the best avenues, and they don't have creative ways to figure out problems, you may want to find another agent.
Absolutely.
Because some agents are just one way. They only know how to use one tool. Because they only know how to use one tool, that's a problem.
yeah, I agree. But yeah, that's negotiations. There is more than one way to skin a cat. It's not always about the price. There are other terms that can get you a deal. So there we have it.
There you have it.
It's that real estate highlight, man.
So, negotiation trick, right? Here's a question you should ask your real estate agent. See if they're on their toes. Ready for it?
Sure.
How do you get a cat to eat pepper without forcing it? A whole bottle of pepper without forcing it.
I have no idea.
You put him in the
Give me
water.
some ideas.
You put him in the water.
You put it in his food.
If he puts it in his food, he smells it, he walks off.
How do
Put
you
it
get
in
a
the water,
cat
though.
to eat a whole
Bottle of pepper. Karima, what you thinking? Y'all have to give me an answer. You just can't. I don't.
the bottle too?
No, not the bottle.
You throw it in his bathroom.
Remember, this is how we problem solve and think, right? Because we gotta think outside of the box, right? Because sometimes the answer is the easiest answer.
Does he have to eat it all at once?
He has to consume.
All at one time?
He has to consume it.
Is that healthy?
We're not worried about healthy. We're worrying about, because we know the cat's gonna say, "I smell this. This is a problem," and walk off, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, let me know something, man. Let me know something I don't know about yesterday.
Give me some ideas.
Can I Google it?
No.
So come on.
I don't know. I don't got nothing.
Y'all ready? Pour it on the cat's fur. The cat's gonna lick it off when it's cleaning itself.
But he'll still smell it.
Cats automatically clean themselves by licking themselves when they're grooming themselves. Y'all, so y'all,
I'm debating.
No,
Should I
so,
put that
no.
in the clip or should I?
no,
That is a
so
blooper, bro.
no, it's not a blooper because y'all laughing, right? But how do you think outside of the box? Because you sat in here and you didn't want to critically think. This is a way to critically think. A cat has a.
Oh, we didn't critically think. Oh.
Like we critically.
Did you just turn 5 on me?
That one was someone a 5-year-old say. 'Cause
Did she turn 5?
For the joke, I think. You know, I feel like okay. So I feel like negotiation. Okay, so now let's get to the actual trick. I know you was playing with me just now. Let me hear the actual negotiation because I need it.
That was listen. So
No, like the real one. You know,
the real one. So
not the cat, the real one. You know.
So y'all clowning, right? But if you're sitting down and you're asking questions, right? How do you solve problems? You have to be able to think about what happens naturally, right? What is somebody going to do naturally to get them to the closing table, right? Figure out what the problem is. The cat figured out what the problem is while we're joking, right? The cat figured out the problem, right? The cat said, "There's pepper on me. I need to clean it." Listen, you catch one of them stray cats, not one of the ones, and listen, don't come inside with your face all scratched up trying to catch one of them cats, right?
I'm gonna see it.
I'm gonna do the one with the dark.
So
eyes.
listen, so while this is a joke, this was actually a military, ancient military proverb, right? He said, Emperor sat there with his generals and asked the generals. He wanted to see which one was the smartest general, and he asked this very question to see which one of them could think through a problem. Only one general in the room had the answer.
I wouldn't have thought about doing that.
No, I wouldn't.
Just
So
because
as lame as it sounds, it's a thing.
I probably would have thought too much into that because I'd be like, well, the cat
What I say,
might
the
not
simplest,
lick it off.
the simplest answer, because as the pepper's burning the skin, the cat's gonna lick it off.
Now I want to try it. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Peter, you didn't hear me. Okay.
So that's the actual tip, and
So I feel like we said burn.
I just feel the type of way that you said that we didn't sit here and critically think. And I
Yeah.
think we did because we were thinking through, okay?
Well, y'all hit me with the I don't knows. Y'all got the I don't know faster than you got to the answer.
because you gave us like, you can't force it, and I feel like we were all like, okay, that would be forcing it.
Right.
Think of something else that would be forcing it. So it's like we were thinking, it's just
I think you owe us an apology. We did
Yeah.
critically think. I'm offended.
So what's the next topic?
You giving us a now I'm playing. Next topic is that TikTok boundary, man. So
For those of you who were offended, I apologize. I want to say so much stuff at the end of that, but I apologize.
Damn.
okay, so we got them guys in the live. They go ahead and pick one real quick. Give them a little second.
The people on the live are picking.
All right. So which one did you get?
Oh, they said the one to the right bottom. Oh, okay. We got to go ahead and get into that one. Right, it's gonna crack into that one.
Boo!
Yo, never mind. A production manager like mine.
Guess who's back?
It's like
The
y'all
review
be.
comes out.
It's like y'all be.
Real. No, I
This how
mean,
y'all be. This is what y'all be doing.
no.
Low key.
I thought it was
That's how I
funny,
pull
though.
up.
Right. Like you, that's who you are from the, who you show your clients to.
Low key.
That's how I pull up. That's for real.
No, seriously.
Sure,
Look,
that's for real.
so the other day, I wanted and took the Black Lion truck to get washed, and I'm pulling up. I got the music bumping. It's Sunday morning of all times and places, and I jump out the truck playing some loud, annoying music to everybody on the outside, and people are looking at me as I open up the door with the company truck, and I was like, ooh.
That's not right though.
Did I turn it down? I did not. I kept on rocking out, and no, seriously, I think in this business you definitely have to have your personality. There's a time and a place to be professional, but definitely still be you.
Absolutely. Be
Yeah.
authentic. I think that's what you have your market that that you attract. Using your personality, just be yourself. Be authentic.
And I'm going to tell you, some clients actually like the authentic you.
Absolutely.
I resonate with that video.
Yeah, some clients like the authentic you.
Because
I don't think it's
sometimes you go ahead.
I don't think it's necessary to, like, I have my tattoos. I don't think it's necessary to cover my. I've seen agents who have, like, they take their headshots with their whole, arm tattoo showing. I don't think that's necessary because, I mean, it's a different day, different time. And a lot of times your clients are fully tatted.
So I will say from the standpoint of finding that mental space and that mental peace, because I know I've had to rock out going to a showing because I had to get in the mood, or after leaving a showing, dealing with, or even in the office. Y'all have come in my office and heard some things playing. So I think it helps.
Yeah.
You just got to be mindful of who your client is and be respectful. That's all.
Mine is the do-rag.
All right. So I think we're coming near the end. So
Coming to a close, you know what I'm saying?
Karina, you've been real quiet today. Huh? What?
nothing.
All right. So why have you been quiet? Because that just threw me off.
Oh, just it was.
You thinking about your future?
Yeah. My
I'm the
mind is
Kool-Aid
elsewhere.
man.
Mine is elsewhere. Yeah.
Kool-Aid man.
See Karima on the beaches of Tahiti.
Anyways, we got that next subject. Got that Q&A, man. So, today's question is no question.
Today's question, Chan,
It's no question.
is no question.
No questions on why they are choosing any other real estate agency than Black Line Realty. Really, I'm just stalling so they can get up and
Oh,
get some questions.
ask questions.
Shan, today's question
It's no
is
question.
no question.
No, there's no question. You choosing Black Line Realty? I get it. No question.
It's no question why they choosing any other real estate company. Well,
No
by the name
question.
drop, but you know we ain't finna getting all that.
No question.
If you don't, if we don't get a question in the next minute, we're gonna kill
No
it.
question. None.
I don't
Zero.
Think, I think they active.
Zip.
All right. One question that came up in the chat is, how do you navigate a bidding war?
It depends. So, a lot of times they'll tell you up front, I don't want to be involved in the bidding war. If there's a bidding war, if we get involved with a bidding war, I'm pulling out. Other times, I think it's a matter of understanding your client's financial capabilities up front. You have that conversation, and how do you handle them? To me, it's just negotiations, depending on who you're bidding with. Because sometimes when you're bidding with a bank, ain't no negotiating.
All right, so when you're talking about a bidding war for individuals, buyer and seller, if I'm the buyer's agent, I hate to say put the best foot forward, because that is a horrible answer. Carrie will pick up the phone and call over to the other agent, and hopefully the other agent is mature enough to say, hey, this is what we're looking for. This is where we're at, and give me the opportunity to allow me to put my best foot forward, because what I'm not going to do is allow my client to bid against themselves. The best way to do it is to do your homework, know what you're willing to purchase, know what your budget is, and find out the terms that is really important to the seller. We just went through one where the price wasn't the most important. What was most important is who could that seller help the most,
Right.
and how we were able to convey that or ascertain that information. The seller did his homework and looked to see what was the situation. So he didn't want. he had 13 offers. He didn't want to sell to an investor, so the investor, no matter what the price was automatically out. He didn't want to sell to somebody just because it was the highest. He wanted to sell in a certain time, so if they didn't meet the time requirements, they were out. He didn't want to deal with certain loans because he felt like certain loans would have held up the process, so those were out. So just by going through the filter of what that seller wanted, he was able to find the client he wanted to sell his property to, or find the best offer for him. Because in this situation, this seller was more of a humanitarian and wanted to help somebody rather than just make a dollar.
Right.
So finding out what the motivation is for the sale, find out what is important to the seller, is always the beginning of a quote unquote bidding war. And let's keep this 100. You don't get into a war if you already know what you're doing, because it's going to be the same offer regardless.
Exactly.
On the property.
And then sometimes buyers will ask you to submit the escalation clause, and that kind of, oftentimes those are submitted with bidding wars. And the escalation clause, it essentially says that they will increase their offer by increments of whatever dollar amount, by $1,000, by $500, if a competing offer is received, up to a certain dollar amount. And so that's one way to kind of navigate bidding wars.
I mean, there are many different ways to skin the cat.
Wow.
Right? that if you're asking me, it always comes down to understanding the motivation of the
Right.
other side, buyer and seller.
Right. And if a buyer says that, hey, I only want to spend $250,000, and the bidding war involves going higher than 250, you automatically know that we're out. If price is the bottom line. So
That said, if it's your forever home, there's no such thing as too much.
I don't agree, but
No, it's not your forever home then. You'll pay whatever it's going to take to get to your forever home. When you get to the home that you say, if you pull up and you said this house fits everything and I can see myself dying in this house, coming back and haunting this house forever and still be happy.
Dying.
Yeah. There are some people that'll tell you that they're going to die in this house. Like, this is my last house. I'm not going anywhere else. Then whatever the price is, it doesn't matter. Because at that point is your state of mind and your happiness.
and what you can afford.
Go here, put out 10 loans to get it in debt for the rest of your life. But I'm going to die in it. So, yeah.
If you want it bad enough, you're going to go get it. If they tell you that you only had a day to live, if I guarantee you'll work whatever magic you had to figure that problem out, right? It's the same thing. If they want it bad enough, they'll go get it.
If you got 24 hours to live, what would you do?
Oh, here we go. That's a question.
That's really a question?
You don't know that song?
Oh. You just said that's the question, though.
No, I was singing a song.
If you had 24 hours to live, what y'all doing?
You asking for real?
Yeah.
I'm already doing it. I'm happy, man. Y'all keep asking this question. I am happy. Period.
Shan?
If I had 24 hours to live, I don't know. I would tell everyone that I love them. Spend as much time with the people who I love.
You only got 24 hours.
You have a gathering. Have them all come to the house, That reminds me of the movie, I think it's called From Scratch. Y'all seen that? It's actually a series. From Scratch, the guy, he had cancer, but all the people, like on his last day, he was on his deathbed. He had like all the people who he loved, his closest friends, family members, there at his deathbed. And listen, it had me crying like I was in tears. But something like that. That's what I would do.
Rima G's?
Honestly, the way I be procrastinating, I'll probably just lay in bed until I have no more
The
time
last 3
left,
hours.
and then try to get everything done. But I don't know, just spend time with my family.
Yep. It's cool. Had the cinematic music going. That's like I wanted to do it. Like, they don't turn off.
Shout out to Terry. Terry's on live.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, Terry. Put in the verse, Terry.
How long Terry been on live?
She just got here.
So Terry didn't see the part.
She didn't see it.
She didn't see the part where Royce was over here fumbling with the TikTok
Whoa,
video.
snitch. You're a snitch. You're.
So Terry didn't see that. Terry didn't see that he didn't listen and have the slide already ready to go.
Sir, you are a dry snitcher.
I get it from my daughter.
I was trying to say that. Yeah, that. Just if you watching, biggest dry snitcher out here, man.
Is that it? Is that a wrap?
What's the difference between a dry snitch and a regular snitch?
So a regular snitch waits till a question is asked. Right? So if somebody says, hey, did Royce have the slides ready to go? And you say no, that's a regular snitch, right?
So a
get it
dry
wet.
snitch just because, like those memes where it says nobody and then dry snitch.
Right, like
Yo,
how I keep dragging this on and keep saying how Royce didn't have it ready. That's dry snitching.
Gotcha. Okay.
And like a regular one is like you and out your way and like, oh my goodness,
Or
you.
I was gonna say, or a dry stitch could be like in like this regular conversation. Like I'm just talking to you and just
come out
For no reason.
kind of just just ease that one into there. Okay.
Like here's a dry snitch. Shan, Royce didn't start on time today. That's a dry snitch because you ain't asked.
Gotcha.
It's another dry
Okay.
snitch. Shan, Kerry didn't have his slides ready today. He told me before he got out the car he didn't have slides ready. He walked in the office on he didn't have slides ready. He knew yesterday when he had that computer in that shoe, he didn't have his slides ready. So why he didn't have his slides ready? Because he didn't want to.
You know what else was funny?
What's that?
Royce told me that nobody else had these slides ready. He ain't had to volunteer that information.
I ain't gonna lie.
He dry stitched right behind you.
Dang, Roy.
Draw snitch. Anyways, man, you know.
So listen, thank y'all for coming out, listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment on the bottom what things we did well, what things we could do better.
Ask questions.
Ask questions. We are here for the community, and we want to make sure that we properly tailor this. So if there's anything that we could do better, please drop it in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, share it to your friends, your battle buddies, so on and so forth. And there's a certain staff sergeant with name starts with a K. Learn how to write. And you're an embarrassment to the core. But with that being said, we're out of here.
You put him up like that?
Oh yeah, you could run that. You could make that a short.
Where's Black Line Realty located?
Who that is? We still recording?
Yeah, where are the best real estate consultants located?
At 13176 Jefferson Avenue, Unit D, Black Line Realty, next to Dodgers, across from Jamaica Mystique and Hardee's.
Also, if you need co-working space, I think we have some spaces coming available.
Yes, we do. If you are a beautician, an esthetician, you wax, you do eyelashes, any of that, we got spaces coming available.
Better come tap in. Better come get you one of these. What's that?
It's a chicken salad.
It's an office.
What just happened?
It was a TikTok reference.
TikToker. Anyways, y'all. We finna be out. We gonna see y'all next week. Same time, same place.
What is he doing?
Same hour.
What is that voice?
If you don't like it, subscribe. I'm coming and pouring pepper on your cat. Simple. Whoa. Simple.